Welcome back to Culture Central Sports. I'm your host, Andre Monroe, joined by Derrick, Chrissy, Avery, and Jezenia. We are currently in the thick of March Madness with the Sweet 16 round starting tomorrow. We've had the usual upsets and nail-biting games so far, and we're here to break it all down today. But first, we're going to start with our predictions for March Madness. Personally, I had Kentucky. They got upset in the first round.
Shaky.
But Avery, we're going to start with you. What do you think is winning it all?
Initially I had Kentucky too, Rob Dillingham, but he failed us. They all failed us. John Calipari failed us, so I'm going with Tennessee. I mean, you got Dalton Connect. He's probably, in my opinion, the best player in the country. He's better than Zach Edey. Debate with a wall. Adding on that, you got Vescovi. He took a lesser role, but he's averaging 1.6 steals a game, and he can still score. I think Adu's going to be really good. They got experience. I think they play a really competitive schedule this year playing in SEC, and I think they're going to take it.
Right.
I'm going to go with UConn. We just need to get them to beat San Diego State. It's that national championship matchup again. So as long as they can just get past them, UConn, I really hope they make it.
Okay.
I'm
sorry, Chrissy.
Oh.
Let me get my pick real quick. I'm going to say Purdue. Zach Edey is 7'4", the
Delusional.
tallest person in college basketball. He's a problem. He's a dominant force. He's unstoppable. My only concern is the Big Ten. It's not the
It's
SEC.
not good at all.
It's not the SEC.
Or the ACC.
Or the ACC.
Or the Big 12.
However, they do have Mason Gillis, who's a senior right now, who has kind of progressed as a scorer. They have Braden Smith, who is a dog. So I'm going to say Purdue, but we'll see.
I'm going with the experienced veterans here, and I'm taking North Carolina.
I like it.
That's honestly, I think it's the most well-rounded team. They can play defense, they can shoot. Everybody plays their role, which is what you need in a team to win the championship. I know everybody doesn't agree with me, but I think for UNC it comes down to two players, and I want to say R.J. Davis and Armando Bacot. I mean, Armando Bacot's a force down at the bottom on the block. You can't stop him. And one champion, and then you've got R.J. Davis, who's averaging 21.9 points a game. So it's like, I don't think this team's going to be stopped.
So can I give two teams? Because I feel like we kind of sleeping on the
No.
Cougars. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just agree with Chrissy then, because I genuinely think that UNC's got it. Their combination of shooting and defense is really what I think can separate them. And I think that's what's going to change their factor. And I call him King Bacot. That's just my nickname.
Where's your love for Duke, though?
Duke.
Duke.
I'm not.
Duke.
No.
They've been dominating everyone.
Dominating
Everyone.
everybody.
James Madison. Brandon Cannon, get him out
That's
of here.
okay.
James
That's okay.
Madison.
Me personally,
Jared
I want
McCain.
UNC.
James Madison's a
James
really
Madison.
good team. They beat Wisconsin, right?
And
Didn't they?
how much did
They
Duke
beat
beat them
Wisconsin?
by?
Like 40.
It's Wisconsin in the Big Ten.
Like,
I just want to say the ACC is dominating right now. The
That's
SEC,
true. That's what they're part
the
of.
SEC is flopping. I don't know what's going on there.
Tennessee's still here.
You had Auburn. What happened to Auburn?
Auburn, we knew they were flopping.
The
I had
Kentucky,
them in my
Auburn,
Final
and
Four.
Kentucky.
Kentucky. We
Who
knew
did
they
you
were
have
flopping.
winning?
I had Kentucky, but I ignored the fact that they don't show up. I ignored it.
I was
That's my
very
fault.
upset when Kentucky didn't show up. I'd have to say, I thought that they were going to pull through, and just seeing the upset, I was very annoyed with that.
Well, it's a Calipari special at this point.
True.
He does it
Yeah,
every
true.
year.
It's him.
I expected it. I'm not this early, I'll say. It's Oakland. Definitely thought that they'd beat them. Maybe lose in the Sweet 16, but they're chokers. That's all they are.
Well, UNC's not
I
getting
like
past
Cal,
Alabama,
too.
so that's just not happening.
It's a hater.
And
Yes,
then
they're not.
somebody said UConn. You said UConn, right?
I did say
I don't
UConn.
think you can bet against Dan Hurley, so I have to agree with you. Dan Hurley is the GOAT.
Good point.
So I think, and they got the most experience. They won last year.
Exactly.
Back to back.
It's a good team. Like, they have the experience. They have the players. I think they're going to win it all. I hope they do. I hope I'm right.
But can we talk about how hard it is to go back to
go
back?
back to
Yeah,
back.
it's not
No,
easy.
That's true.
It is not
And beating
easy.
teams year after year is not easy, especially in March Madness. It's
I'm really
And now they have a
upset.
target on their back too, because
Yeah.
they won last year, so everyone's like anybody but them. So
And
We'll see.
North Carolina has nothing to lose. I think that'll be the matchup with UConn, North Carolina. And it's like, that team plays great defense. I don't think UConn will be able to produce on the offensive end. So
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just going to go back to Duke real quick because we didn't spend a lot of time on that. Jared McCain saw all the hate. Y'all said he was painting his nails. He's not a real college basketball player.
he's a hooper.
He can give you 25 on easy any night.
Not
he was
easy.
getting
Come on now. Give him
buckets.
respect.
He was
He was.
getting
Give him
buckets.
respect.
He was.
he was.
He can do both. He can do TikToks, little dances here and there, but he can also hoop. But let's switch to women's because we also have a whole entire another March Madness going on with the women's side of things. And personally, my favorite, South Carolina, Dawn Staley. You can't bet against Dawn Staley. But what I will say is, well, we can go around and give our picks first before I get into it. So Avery, you can go
For
first.
championship?
Yeah.
South Carolina. Let's be real.
Yeah,
It's so
Agreed.
free, like I
Yeah,
can't do it.
it's
It's
South
like so free.
Carolina.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, we can all agree it's
Mhm.
South Carolina.
Get some love to,
Um,
USC with Juju
I
Watkins.
think USC makes a championship, but again,
Ooh.
South Carolina, they're deep.
They are.
It's like maybe 6, 7 players averaging over 8 points a game.
Just the dominance of the team. They lost 5 players last year to the WNBA, and they still came hard very,
Yeah,
very quickly this season.
still haven't lost a game. Like
Yeah.
Okay,
I agree with that. I do think it'll be USC and South Carolina in the championship. Iowa's got some work to do, especially after seeing them in the West Virginia game. That was rough. I don't know what happened. They should have lost. They definitely should have lost. But yeah, I mean, Caitlin Clark was low-key throwing a fit out there.
face of college basketball. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
Fair. I'm gonna take LSU because I'm
Ooh, okay.
gonna
I
ride
like
with the Bayou. But I'm rocking with him. I think Angel Reese. Has been playing good, although she's not very consistent.
Yeah.
But I think overall they have a good team. But they like to underperform, and that's the
Mm.
crazy
I like
thing
to
because
play down to their
they're
competition.
I
they're
need
super
LSU
talented, but they just underperform.
Yeah, I need LSU to beat UCLA so we can see LSU and Iowa play again. Just Caitlin Clark.
Iowa's making it. I think Iowa's making it.
no.
I don't.
But they got Baylor
I
on
don't
the
think
Really?
Iowa's getting past Colorado.
Yeah, they've
I
got
don't-
to make it out of this game first.
Aaron
You don't think
Bonley,
they're-
she crazy.
Okay.
I don't.
She
After
crazy.
seeing them almost lose to West Virginia, I don't know. I don't think they'll make it out of Colorado.
I don't know.
I think they will.
But
I
Clark
can
can
see
get
it
a heater
happening.
any game. If she gets
That is-
hot, she
yes.
could keep it. That's
Exactly.
the thing. So
I
I don't
think
know.
Clark is definitely going to lead that
But
game
she
per
has to, yeah.
usual.
She hasn't. She's a volume
She
scorer.
has
We
game,
talked about
yeah,
this.
she's a
though.
volume
She's a
scorer.
volume
She has
scorer.
games where
She's
she
not-
doesn't.
it's not
She played
super
Penn
efficient.
State. She had a triple double with turnovers.
It's,
Ooh.
listen,
Like,
it's not
she
very.
did.
It's
She
not
did.
always very
She
efficient,
did.
but she's
Ooh.
gonna get hers.
You have Stalky, but I don't
Okay.
think she's going to do. I think against Colorado, you got Vonleh. She's averaging 14 and 10. I don't think she's going to have that impact that she had against teams like maybe Penn State. Like she had 40 against Penn State. That's Penn State.
And
Other
let's
teams, that's not
also
happening.
let's remember Colorado did beat LSU in the
Yep.
beginning of the season, so it could be Iowa too. We never know. But from an LSU standpoint, I do think that if it does end up being Iowa and LSU, that LSU is going to get the best of them because LSU, like I'm pretty sure you could probably get in Caitlin's head just by putting Flau'jae on Caitlin
Mhm.
and just staying in her grill the entire game. She literally was going crazy.
Caitlin's a very emotional player, so if
Exactly,
they just
exactly.
attack that, then I think they'll get that win easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But if she wins, she's gonna be Chad. Especially from
Oh,
last
oh,
year.
for sure.
If they
Oh,
win,
she's not-
it's
she's
gonna
not-
look ugly. It's gonna look
No,
very
they
ugly.
big
can't. They can't let her win. They
If
just
she wins, it's gonna look very ugly, and I don't blame her.
So you said LSU,
Of course.
and we all got South Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens as the tournament progresses. But thank you for watching this edition of Culture Central Sports, and stay tuned as we have some exciting content coming in the near future.